Hi Libra, this is for Libra's Sun, Moon, and specifically Rising as we move into January 2026 with the full moon in Cancer on January 3rd. That full moon will be falling in your 10th house, Libra, your 10th house of career and public image. Capricorn season for you has been more about your fourth house, your home and family, um, and probably maternal and um, parenthood if you're a parent. So let's tap into those energies for you. Okay, Libra, here I'm already seeing one if not one. Yeah, you got a couple. Okay, I'm seeing so you definitely have your power card here in the reverse position. I'm I don't like seeing that. This is the third sign who's had their power card come out in their reading and it's not in the right position. So let's talk about it, Libra. Um, the first card to come out says answer the call. It says, what is your call? So, whoa. What is your soul calling you to do? Okay. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So there's something that's calling to you to do something, and now's the time to pick up. Now's the time to pick up. There might even be a phone call coming in, and you got to pick up the call. Some type of opportunity is knocking at the door, Libra. And there's a need to let go, like let loose, have a little bit of fun. Not even a little bit of fun, just like stop being so stiff. It literally says dance portal, but position yourself in a place of more movement. Move around, move around the situation, move around whatever it is that you need to let go of. Let loose, let it go, let it just shake off of you. I thought it was one card when it fell out, but it y'all getting sneaky with this as I go through here. I'm trying to stick to one card so I don't talk so much, but y'all be whatever. The card sticking to it says silent retreat, silence. It's also in the reverse. So there's a need to take a moment of silence. Sit in a moment, sit with your thoughts. Um, take a moment of solitude, just like sit with yourself and kind of step into a state of meditation, step into a state of introspection. This is a real good time to just like get to know yourself. Libras are about, by nature, we find ourselves in other people. We are a mirror. We are the mirror of the zodiac. We find ourselves, we better connect with ourselves when we are in partnership or relationships with people. And relationships are defined by any two people. It does not always have to be romantic. It can be platonic, can be familial, and it can also be career. But regardless of the relationship, we always find ourselves within the people around us. We are literally what they say, um, birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, we tend to find our little feather within our little flocks. You feel me? Otherwise, we wouldn't be there. Okay, let's just be real. We wouldn't be there if we didn't all flock together. Okay. Um, but that's besides the point. This is time for you to take time for yourself to figure out what it is that you need to let go of, what it is that you need to let loose here. Yeah, this is what we've slightly talked about this in the reading before. There is definitely a disconnect in being fully satisfied and happy with what it is that you have acquired around you, what it is that you have achieved. not feeling in that successful um energy, or on the reverse side, I wanted to say overcompensating, but being arrogant and being flashy and yeah, whatever the case is. Let's see. And then we have this card. I was confused on like how I wanted to turn it. So I think it kind of wants to turn sideways, which states to me that there's some type of challenge here. There's like a push, there's a want, but there's not enough like momentum behind it. Page of Wands is about traveling into new endeavors, like taking new adventures, taking new risks, taking on new projects, taking on something newness. It's about energy. It's about expanding your energy outwards, and it's about being new, not necessarily having all the experience necessary, because you're fairly new in the this experience or in this new perspective. Um, I wanted to strongly say before also a new hobby or something like that. It's about newness and about expanding your energy outward to that newness, being excited about that newness, having enthusiasm about it. Um, you know, and just taking that journey. Page of Wands is about a new journey, a new start into something, a new direction. So we can clarify this. We can clarify this. Let's see what it says. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do, Libra? You're not quite sure yet. Okay. You're not quite sure yet. You're not quite sure yet. Okay. There's something that the reason. Yeah. Okay. 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 Your soul is calling for alignment, but it seems like it's an alignment to a particular connection here. The connection is out of alignment, it's disharmonic. It's some type of hmm, part can get tricky. This is alignment. This is both masculine and feminine alignment. Um and balance. This isn't us as the justice card as Libra's balance. This is actually another air sign, Gemini. But the lovers in a reverse talks about disharmony within the female and the masculine. If that's in regards to a relationship or just within thyself, there's an imbalance here. But it's not really something that is known to you. Again, this is something your soul is calling to the front. This is something spirit is calling to the front. So it may not be mentally registered to you, but it's something that you know, like intuitively feel the disharmony here. Within it definitely has to do with the connection. The lovers is about connecting with other people, um, communicating with them as it rules with Gemini. So there's a disconnect here. Disconnect, possible lack of communication, but there's just something that's hidden here, something that is unknown, not yet revealed to you. And it's not being revealed to me either, other than the fact that what's under the deck here is the Five of Wands. There's a little bit of tension. Not even a little bit. Five of Wands can get kind of dramatic. It can get kind of opinionated. Five of Wands is too many cooks in the kitchen. So yeah, too many opinions, too many personalities, too many hands in a pot. So there's just a need to figure out what it is that you're saying. Wands is about energy. Energetically, what are you, spiritually, energetically, what are you saying? What are you speaking aloud? I'm not going to go into that any further. If you have any questions or want to dig any deeper into that, if it's resonating, Libra, please contact me at Libra Baby Doll and we will tap into that. But we will just keep moving forward. This let go and silent retreat dance party we have here, possibly in need of a dance party, Libra, but definitely a need to just take a break and sit with their own thoughts. There's possibly you need to, not even possible, you do need to make a decision. You need to make decisive action. The reason that I was even hinting at that is because when I cut the deck, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords. She's pretty cutthroat. She don't tolerate nothing too much for too long. She makes decisive decisions, but she makes sure things she cuts through the BS regardless. And so that's why you need to take the time to sit with yourself so you can cut through the BS. You can silence all the noise around you. That Five of Wands is just noise, really. So it's time to turn down the volume on the other people's opinions and voices and thoughts and things and let them go. I'm also getting the words let them. Just let them. Let them go. Let them do. Let them be. Like let them. But let go all the none and yeah, let's clarify. The more you keep holding on, the further you'll get to where you're trying to go. Libra, you're building something. You got an energetic foundation here that's already built. Um, you have something coming in for you, something great, something to celebrate, something to write home to, I'm hearing, because it has a lot of home energy. It has a lot of togetherness here. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. But what fell out in this energy of resisting the silence, in this energy of holding on when you should be letting go, you're holding back from completing a cycle or letting the cycle come to a successful completion because we got two cycles completed. Four of Wands is kind of a checkpoint. The universe is like the world or just a full complete cycle, right? The universe is the full completion. The Four of Wands is like the little checkpoint you get to where you can like load up on your nutrients and stuff, and you're like, okay, we got here, but there's still more to go. It can be a finish line if you want it to, um, but it's only a start. It's only the foundation. The universe is the complete thing, the complete shebang. Wow. So like 2025 was about stripping all that was unnecessary away as you begin this new chapter. The universe is this new chapter. Stop keeping yourself in the old chapter because you refuse to let go, because you refuse to let loose, because you refuse to sit with your thoughts, because you refuse to sit in the silence. You're too distracted by the noise, and it's time to dance and sing your own song. Okay, okay, okay. Let's keep it going. I want to go deeper into this just because I feel this as a Libra. I just feel it. Um, and I didn't even do my own reading before I did y'all reading. So like, I'm really like looking at this like, damn, like I want to journal. Like, Okay, so Page of Wands. Let's see why is stepping into this new chapter so difficult? There's a fear of yeah, I wanted to say that. There's a fear of success. The reason I hesitated on saying that is because that's not a usual thing for people, but that's something that I have noticed in myself. Um, there's also a fear of rejection or a fear of failure. That's the more usual things people fear, but there's possibly even a fear of success. I can say that because me personally, I'm not gonna talk about myself. Why do I keep sitting here trying to expose myself? Okay. There's a fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of success, a fear here because it's just fear. It's just fear. And I can say that confidently because Six of Wands is about success and victory. It's about accomplishing your goals. Um and getting there. But it's only you against you here. It's only you against you here, and you hold yourself back from achieving those things. It's all gonna work out. It's all gonna be for the greater good for you. And I can see you putting knowing me, whatever I put my head towards is whatever I accomplish, you know. I don't leave too many things unfinished. Um You're a winner. You really are. And you need to stop holding yourself back and you need to stop telling yourself you're not or stop fearing the responsibility behind being a winner. There is responsibility behind being a winner, unfortunately. And that's something that I struggle with. I struggle with like, damn, I gotta take on some more responsibility. Yes. Yes. Yes, you do. Um But yeah, it's time to push forward, push past those limitations, and whatever types of disappointments you've had endured before. Push past it. Push past it. Move on. It seems like you've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort. You've been steadily building, and I say steadily with emphasis because when you want to build something that lasts, you want to have very structured and steady resources. So you are building that. It's here. You can have a little fun, okay? You can have a little fun. All right. At the bottom of this deck is your power card, Justice, Oshun. In the reverse. Oshun is about obviously justice, but about protection, truth, integrity, honesty. You have to be true with yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. Okay? You have to be true to yourself. That is where your power lies as a Libra, is within your truth, within your own sense of justice, within your own sense of respect. Okay? That's what we bring to the table as Libras. Okay? And then last but not least, this card says awakening. You're possibly going through your first awakening or first few awakening. You're possibly just going through an awakening here. You're waking up. Rise and shine. I'm happy to see you. But it says energetic upgrades, a new way of being. This is a time of integration. This is a time to integrate everything that you have learned in the year of 2025. We had one of, I can't speak for all, but I can speak for myself. A lot of people had, um, a lot of people went through a lot of loss within the last few years. I can't even just speak on the last year. People go through loss every year, every day. Okay. But collectively, okay, we have to kind of admit collectively, we all went through more loss than usual within the last year to 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Okay. But for 2025 for Libra, me personally, I had my losses a couple years back, but 2025 taught me a lot about myself. I did sit with myself, I did cut the noise. 2025 also was where I dabbled into more of my distractions and things like that, as a form of a distraction, nonetheless. It was what it was. But 2025, I definitely cut the noise a lot. And it gets hard, it gets lonely. Um, but all I need to say is that it taught me a lot about myself. And for that, I'm very grateful. I may have lost things, but I found myself. And that was what was most important for me for 2025. Bringing that into 2026 is important because it will further bring that into the rest of my life. But integrating that fully with intent in 2026 is very important to me. And I hope it's very important to you, Libra. So let me get off my soapbox and see what some insights are here for you, and we'll end this. If this is resonating for you again, or if you have any questions, please reach out. Libra, baby doll. Okay. So first things first, we have guardian, like guardian angel, a lost loved one watches over you. And then secondly, this card, it says vacation on the top of it, but I usually say vacation because not everybody's going on a vacation. And the message on here in general just says you will be traveling soon. It doesn't say you're traveling soon with your bae, but vacation, vacation. I was gonna just like, you know, dust the shoulder off with that one, but no, like at the bottom of the deck, yo, it says date night. It says date night. So this may just be a little vacation, taking some travel to. Oh my goodness. You traveling to your bay or something like that, or you and your bay will be taking a vacation. Something, I don't know. There's a little date night here. And the message here says, get ready to be wined and dined. I know that's right. Libras are romantic, okay? Libras are just very romantic. So they might be doing the whining and the dining if I'm being honest, okay? Maybe it's another Libra. I don't know. Let me just stop talking. Enjoy.